Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. AJ here to bring you some more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 29, and probably episode 30 as well too. Episode 29, Struggle of the Fool. So I've not yet edited episodes 27 and 28, so they're not as fresh in my head. I watched them like about a week ago. I hope they're out within the next couple of days at the time of recording this. We'll see. But I just wanted to get at least one more recording session underway just to have these to work on. A lot of revelations last episode. Ling is now agreed. That's crazy. Father and Hohenheim are seemingly two completely different people. Maybe they're twins, and Father is aging faster than Hohenheim, or something along those lines. I just had a thought. Could Hohenheim be a homunculus? Or can Father be a homunculus created by the other one, and they're not actually twins? We're dealing with a lot of homunculi, so I'm assuming that's probably more likely than them just being twins, but it'd be pretty interesting if they were just twins. Father is going to revive Gluttony with his memories intact, which I hope he does for Lust as well too, because I want more Laura Bailey. Did the episode end with Ed and Al still being captured? I think it did. Or did... I think they helped Scar escape, but I think Ed and Al are captured. I can't quite remember. Like I said, I didn't edit the episode yet, so... I feel like when I was watching the last episode, there was a few more things I wanted to talk about, but I forgot to mention during the discussion. So hopefully they come up for this one. We'll see what happens, but I'm gonna try to watch 2 today, so we'll see how that goes. So let's see which fool will be struggling in this episode. Also, I'm pretty confident the first opening and the second ending of Fullmetal Alchemist will make it onto my Spotify Wrapped this year, because I've been listening to those songs a lot. I always forget to look really closely. I don't think I saw Envy. Oh no, Envy was the big creature, right? Yeah. And right, so we now know that this is Greed. And like I thought they looked a lot like Ling, but obviously they looked very villainous there, so I was like, that's obviously not Ling. But I should have went with my gut. They did just show Hughes and Mustang during their time in Ishval, so maybe we'll get some flashback episodes entirely about the Ishvalan war. That'd be pretty cool. I wonder if that blonde lady, because she's very prominent in the credits. I wonder if that blonde lady is the new Lust. I won't be surprised if that blonde lady is Lust, because it's a lady, so it's probably Lust. Oh, Emery's back to their normal, not their normal form, their human form.
Hey, where are you taking us? There is some good news in all of this.
Pretty chill prisoner experience for them. I guess because Father does need them alive, so obviously nothing bad's gonna happen to them yet.
Yes.
Al, what's that weird little cat doing in here?
Stop yelling!
Oh my god, I didn't realize she was inside there.
I really have to bring her along.
I do want the show to last as long as possible, so I'm not always gonna do double episodes, but
Wrath will take over babysitting you now.
it's kind of hard not to.
Wrath.
Bradley. Oh, they're just finding out about... I guess it was mentioned in passing, right? That Mustang was...
There's 3 of us and only 1 of him.
Well, Envy's right outside.
One sword with him.
So he's that confident he could take us all at once.
I mean, you saw how fast he was. Only Ling... Ling. Greed and Ling. Only Ling was able to, outpace him.
That in the hospital that day.
And there's no need for you to dig any deeper.
Well...
Accept the importance of your role and keep your heads down.
What's my role?
You do that, and no harm will come to you.
I resign my title as a state alchemist.
You will be doing no
The
such
symbol
thing.
of a dog. It's Winry Rockbell.
I mean, yeah.
Automail
Did you not?
engineer.
We're not thinking about that.
And you grew up with her in Risenbull as well, if I'm not mistaken.
This is such a good show.
And what do you have in mind, Colonel? You want to do
All
something
very
so
strange.
different
It's a
from the
very
military?
chill hostage situation.
On a short leash here.
We have nothing more to discuss.
This is so wild.
I would like to ask you one question, sir.
Would you now? Go ahead.
Are you the one who murdered General Hughes?
No, that was Envy.
No, that was not me.
Then who did?
Colonel, I agreed to one question.
But I'll tell you anyway. I thought I was gonna tell him anyway.
Just one moment, Alphonse.
I mean, I don't think they would kill her just like that.
You are now dismissed.
But that was still scary to see. Oh my god. Did Bradley just do that because the last time
It's apparently more than you got.
Al had someone in his suit of armor, so he just wanted to make sure, I guess?
Sorry,
Or
Colonel.
was he
I'll
suspicious
explain
that
everything
the
later.
girl was in there?
You seem slightly discomposed.
I hope
Well, just how do you
Armstrong
expect
is
me to
not
appear? I had hoped
one
a
of
young
Bradley's
woman would be standing there
men.
and
Like,
have
I hope he doesn't know
statue of
about
man.
Bradley being Wrath.
Colonel?
What is it?
You're creeping me out.
That's creepy!
Your pal asked me to bring this to you.
Ling did? What does it say? It's in some other language.
Yeah.
Oh, so
it
he can
is.
communicate with
But he
Ling.
just
That's
wants you to deliver
interesting.
it to some girl.
Lanfan?
As a rule of thumb, I don't fight women.
Really?
And another rule of mine is to never
He's like,
tell a
I only
lie.
kill
Hey,
them.
it's your call.
Because what happens if they try to fight you? So that's interesting. For Greed to have a code, seemingly, of not hurting women. I'm very curious to see if that's actually true, or just it's just true on a technicality.
Entire country.
Oh, and right, Scar found out that it was Envy and Father that was behind the Ishval and War.
Who is that? Did you come from outside?
Oh, he didn't escape. He's just hiding away somewhere. Thank God Scar and his brother's arms are the same, like, size and length. Otherwise, that'd be pretty awkward, right? Like, having
This must be fate. I'm the alchemist responsible for the extermination
non-symmetrical
of your
arms.
I'm
You're
not running
back,
a halfway
Alphonse.
out for injured
Oh.
young
Lanfan,
girls.
what are you doing?
You have to
shouldn't be out
update her
there.
about Ling. There's no way you don't.
Isn't he with you? We have to return to our country. We've got to get the news to our people.
It's a little bit more complicated
Where
than
is
that.
he? Will you take me to him? Has something happened to the young lord?
Please tell
Please
her.
talk to me, Alphonse.
As if the people actually mattered when ruling a country.
Okay, Bradley.
The fool. Just look where his allegiance to the people has gotten him now. Typical human.
Shut the hell up! Don't underestimate humans.
What the hell?
I know. He's patient, just waiting for any chance he can get. I've got to stay on my toes.
He must be starting to reconsider his ambitions. Now
So he's in
taken
there.
a monster like you into his flesh.
Sorry, my cat scratching at the door kind of distracted me from that moment. But,
Can't be. The only thing I've ever wanted to do is
That's
protect
crazy.
my fellow countrymen. And I'm not the only one. So many soldiers have put their trust in the military.
I'm glad
Your
Mustang's telling
disposition,
him.
I'm afraid you'll suffer otherwise. I couldn't bring myself to stay and fight.
But this time he
The
will.
military's methods were ghastly. I could see the malignance. I have to fight. I couldn't live with myself if I ran away now.
I'm still shook up
How
on
do
the
you
whole
plan on handling all
Ling
this,
still
Colonel?
being somewhat alive in
Fear
Greed. I'll
asked
save
me
that for the discussion,
Told him I
though.
wasn't gonna quit or give up my ambitions.
And let the beast take control.
Thank you for telling her.
I'm sorry. I wish we could have stopped him.
He's just trapped inside of this greed creature, right?
Seemingly, yeah, actually. I was worried he was just
Need your
gone.
Help. I want a new arm. As soon as possible.
Are you sure? You haven't healed yet.
I need an auto mail engineer
I always forget that they
now.
can just get
Please
new
help me.
arms. It's very convenient.
Mei Cheng, right?
May,
Whoa, what the hell? Please explain.
What's going on?
Too bad you won't live to see me get it.
Jeez. This is the most
you won't leave this room.
serious she's been yet.
The hell do you two think you're doing?
Ow.
You're
Jeez.
supposed to be resting in bed.
Quit trying to interfere with the affairs of
I don't care about the affairs of your country, dumbass!
How could it get messy?
I'm actually
around here?
surprised to see
I wonder how long
Lanfan
it's been since he
still
brought it
being in
clean.
the story. Like, she gives me, like,
I found this on the floor.
D-list character vibes, but they're still giving her story, so that's
So
cool.
that's where it's
Wasn't
been
expecting
all this
that.
time.
Their alchemy wouldn't work.
He said this morning. That was when we were underground.
Oh, so that was like a general EMP type thing? Like for all alchemists within a general radius?
Thank you.
What was that? What was literally that? I
He
don't...
told me they're just mindless energy. How come Scar and that little girl were able to use theirs?
Well, because it's alchemy. I figured that. I do wonder what makes their alchemy different, aside from it just being from a different country of origin. Oh, just like that. Two things. I'll get to the Ling and greed thing second, but first of all, I'm kind of here for the story of them kind of having to like be aware of like Wrath, Bradley, and Father, and like not exactly know what their plans are, and just know that they can't really do anything about it yet, but they still have to work under them. Which, like I said, it's a very interesting hostage situation where like they're still free to pursue getting their bodies back and all that. So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. As far as Ling and greed, the fact that very Winry focused end credits. I'm just realizing that.
Please stop it. You have to kill me, please. Please take my life.
Scar might honor that request.
Tell me everything about Ishval. I want to hear the entire story. What did you use my people for? You'll tell me all of it. Give me the truth before my right hand destroys you.
I was gonna say that sounds like a Ishval and backstory episode, which I'm down for that. That sounds like a good episode. Yeah. Episode 30 is called The Ishvalan War of Extermination. That sounds like a good episode to me. But yeah, really quickly with the Gring. Man, I keep getting their names combined. Ling and Greed. That's very interesting because that sounded like Ling's voice that came out of Greed's body, Ling's body. You know what I mean? So very interesting that he's still in there. I don't know if that's like a mix of both it being recently that he got transformed into Greed, that Ling's still near the surface and is able to come out, and that's why we don't see the original soul that inhabited Bradley's Wrath's body, unless that does happen occasionally and we just haven't seen it on screen yet. Or Ling just has that much of a strong, what you want to call it, like a constitution or such a strong presence or drive that he's able to come out to the surface. It's one or the other, I'm assuming. Maybe it's a bit of both, but seemingly it won't be as difficult as I thought it might be to get Ling's body back, or Ling back in control of his body. Maybe they could just coexist with the same body. If they manage to like turn Greed against Father, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, and obviously the alkahestry from Scar and May, and I would assume Lanfan as well too. Everybody from Xing, they're able to, or Ishval. Anyone that's not from, is it Armestria? Is what the name of their city/country is? I can't remember. They're called Armestrians, I'm pretty sure, right? But wasn't Ishval a part of Armestria? I'm gonna have to look up a map. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna spend too much more time talking about this. Let's just get started with the next episode, episode 30, The Ishvalan War of Extermination. It's a mouthful. Yeah, hopefully it's, what's it called? Hope it's purely a backstory episode. But no lust there. Or I don't think I saw Pride, which as of right now we just know Pride is that butterfly. Oh, which means we get more Hues. This is amazing. That's why he's in the OP, because we're gonna get that Ishvalan backstory. I hope it's more than one episode. Like a little mini arc, like a 2 or 3 episode arc of the Ishvalan War, which means more answers on Scar's brother and where he is now. We haven't seen a snowy territory yet, right? Or didn't they talk about like a country that was north of Armestria that was snowy? If I'm thinking of that correctly. I don't know.
Trust me, I've been dead for a long time.
Don't tell me he dies right here.
Are you all right? Master Hawkeye!
Hawkeye, huh?
My daughter. She's in possession of my research. Look after her.
Wow. So
No, Hayate. Bad dog.
she literally has her father's research on her.
Sorry
Wow.
about that.
Well, I was just useless.
Tell me what happened.
Yeah, what moment are you talking about?
You know, Scar, I found out he murdered Winry's parents. I honestly think she would have shot him if I hadn't been there.
I think so too.
I hardly stopped crying once I got the gun away. And it's my fault.
And she would have been justified, even though Scar
I only managed to make things worse.
How else can you protect her?
very serious dog
And after
staring.
all, you love her, don't you?
Yeah, I kinda thought that coffee was gonna
No,
spit.
it's not like that. We've just been friends since we were little kids. And she's like family to me. I mean, of course, I'm gonna protect her.
You can love platonically,
What happened with
but
Scar?
it's clear now they obviously are crushing on each
It's only
other.
added
So
to her burdens.
I'm here for it. I hope everything goes well for them, relationship wise.
I've gotta ask.
Wait, did that dog get
Does it
smaller?
ever feel like a burden to you?
It's only natural that a faction of the population would protest the country's annexation by Amestris.
Mistress. All right.
Their mistrust
I was close.
was soon justified.
Oh, envy.
That one bullet changed everything. Their mistrust turned to outrage, and dissidence spread like a contagion.
I mean, yeah, like if you just shot a child
Soon it
point blank
escalated
for
into a
no
civil
apparent
war,
reason,
and the
then
fighting lasted 7 long
we're gonna start a
years,
war. 7 years. Okay, I'm
until
glad.
a simple one-page document determined the Ishvalan's fate.
Extermination.
Executive Order 3066. The official order to initiate the Ishvalan War of Extermination.
Did they purposely make it like 3066 that way it wasn't Order 66? Execute Order 66.
It was like hell on earth,
Oh, you were there.
but it's different for snipers. Someone is sure to die when we pull the trigger.
I figured
Where
the name
other
Hawkeye was
soldiers
because
don't
of her
always
skill
have a
of
direct line of sight on the effects
having
of their
being good at
actions.
her
Snipers do.
aiming and her
And of course, the
marksman
state
abilities, but
alchemists.
apparently it's just her last name because
Listen
her
here.
father was Master
I am
Hawkeye.
the Iron Blood Alchemist, Boss Grod.
Ah,
Iron and blood.
I remember this guy.
Both soldier and weapon. Now stand down. I am the only man able to take the lead in this battle.
Looks like he is Armstrong's brother. So that wasn't Mustang's fire explosion that I initially thought it was in a flashback. But they'll probably show Mustang killing people, I guess, right? But they're showing Armstrong not killing people, which means Mustang is going to be killing people. Is what I would think. Yeah, he is!
Roy Mustang!
The beginning of a beautiful friendship.
What? What's wrong?
His
I've
wife
still
gave
got a
birth.
beautiful future, and her name is Gracia. She's patiently waiting at Central for the day I can come home. All alone.
The soldiers who never shut up about their girls back home,
You
they
know,
don't make it.
I'm trying to enjoy the scene, but it's just honestly making me sad that Hughes is not around anymore.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I know the theme of the show and the moral of the show.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, 2 Hawkeye
Maybe you can answer this
transition
later.
things.
Why are we being ordered to kill
I'll hold
citizens
for my thoughts
when we
until
should
the
be
episode's
ones
over.
Protecting them.
Killing these people instead
This
of
guy.
protecting them?
Yeah.
Because this is a war. And
He's
that's
one
what
that
soldiers do.
they show
Isn't that right?
blowing up stuff
think this
near
is our job
Scar's
to
family, right?
cause tragedy?
I'll tell you what I don't get.
He looks a
Did
lot
you
like
people
Ling.
Expect something different? Uniform thing.
Like, am I crazy?
Be asked to kill. The one thing worse than death is.
I'm just crazy.
to
Never
rise
mind.
From it.
He's way taller.
Straight at the people
I think.
you kill.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get into a little bit of that.
So, what the hell is the reason for this war?
Man, this episode definitely ends with the doctor getting killed, right? Spill all this tea to Scar. So even worse, not murderers of their own country or anything like that, not violent prisoners, which would still be wrong,
People to create a philosopher's stone.
but innocent Ishvalans is even crazier.
To Major Zolf J. Kimbley. I couldn't dream of a more fulfilling job.
Interesting.
Such
So
a beautiful sound.
do you just need it in your mouth or on, like, touching you to use its power, I guess?
Take your life in place of the remaining tens of thousands of Ishvalans.
That's correct.
And somehow that doesn't happen?
God is nothing more than a construct created by man to inspire fear and promote order. If you wish to see me struck down...
If I ever deviate from this path, then I want you to shoot me. And I'm trusting you to do so.
Chekhov's gun?
Do you
I hope
accept my
not.
offer?
We were the soldiers.
I mean, yeah, they still carried it out.
How rude! For starters, I am way taller than my brother is, and I don't have a mean face like his, and I'm a much better fighter, too.
You get your body back soon.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you, miss. Oh, weird. Anyways, yes. So that was a nice episode to get more info on the Ishvalan genocide. The doctor is still alive after that, telling that story, so maybe he'll make it out of there. Oh, was it this episode or last episode that it showed the doctor talking? Oh, I think it was the end credits of last episode where it showed Scar talking to the doctor. Is it Dr. Marco? Is his name? I'm just gonna call him Doctor for right now. Scar talking to the doctor, and then it showed, at least when we heard the voiceover, it was the camera. It was a shot of Father and like Gluttony coming out of his chest, but initially I thought like Father had like a walkie like in his chest, like listening to Scar and the doctor's conversation. So I'm not sure if we're supposed to. Oh my God! They're.
It sure is quiet.
Huh?
Here. Are you thinking about Ishval and crying yourself to sleep?
Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else, because it kind of cut to that scene very quickly. Okay, well, I'm glad I got a chance to eat my words immediately. That's funny. So the doctor is dead. I would assume so. Like they made it a point to show an arm, so it's not like there was fake blood and his entire body was missing. So I'm assuming that means that Scar did honor the doctor's promise and killed him. I mean, yeah, if I was that doctor and I witnessed us sacrificing seemingly hundreds of people for those Philosopher's Stones, yeah, I'd feel the same way. So he is dead, I would assume. I enjoyed seeing Hughes again, but like I said, it was more of a sad scene because I was like, well, he's dead now. Oh, that's what I was going to say during the episode. I know the moral of the story, or one of the morals of the story of the show, is what's dead is dead, and like you can't just bring someone back to life. That's like a big no-no in most stories, in most worlds. I do like more grounded shows when characters can't just come back to life, because then it takes away the stakes. Unless they do it very, very sparingly. If you've watched Game of Thrones, you know what I'm referring to. You know, they don't do it too often in that show, but when they do, it's for a reason. It doesn't feel like a cop-out. But, so I do like more grounded shows when someone's dead, they are dead. I need stakes in my shows, otherwise character deaths don't mean anything to me. But if there was one person I would love to see back to life, at this point, it has to be Hughes. I'm not sure if we're ever going to get into that in this show with like bringing people back from the dead to have like one final like moment or something like that to like wrap up their stories. Spoilers for Naruto Shippuden, even though it's been out for a long time. Well, this has been out for a long time too, and I haven't seen Fullmetal Alchemist, so you know, I still like to put out the spoiler warning. But in Naruto Shippuden, you know, like pretty much every dead character gets to come back at least once, aside from Jiraiya, right? Everyone gets to come back and have like a final little arc of their story and tie everything together. And it is very sweet in that show, but I'm only okay with it because like I haven't seen too many other shows do that before, so I'd rather not see that. But I liked it for that show. What else was there? Anything else this episode? Mostly just about the war and the natural progression of being in war, turning into like a hardened person, and having to at least be somewhat okay with killing and following orders to kill civilians. Yeah, very interesting subject for the show to take on. It's always a not fun one, but I do wonder if the show ends with people that followed the homunculi, followed Bradley's orders, end up like paying for the war crimes that they did. I hope not. Like, I kind of hope Mustang and Hawkeye get to live a peaceful life, possibly together, you know. I'm not sure if they're going to play up that romantic angle with them, but hopefully there's a happy ending there. Glad to see that Armstrong was completely unaware of Bradley, unless he's some mastermind and he actually was, but he's playing it off like he wasn't. I don't think they're going to do that with Armstrong. I think he's going to be one of our few innocent characters in the show, or truly innocent characters. I don't think I'm forgetting anything discussion-wise, so I'll probably wrap up this video and try to get this one out the same week as the episodes 27 and 28. We'll see. Approaching the halfway mark with Fullmetal Alchemist. It's making me a little sad. Two more episodes until we're halfway, which still so much has happened, and we have so much more to cover in the story, so I'm excited for it. I'm going to wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Have a good one. Bye.